guys, it's Shantele here. So I got a process video for you today. This is the week of January 22nd to the 28th. So right now I'm just using my Heidi Swap roller date stamp, and I'm just stamping them out on a 3x4 card I have here. This actually came from a Freckled Fawn kit, and yeah, slowly using it up here. So I'm going through, I was debating if I wanted to write January, but then I was like, nah, I'll just keep it with this roller date stamp. So I'm just going to see if there's anything. Well, I'm just getting organized here, to be honest with you. Oh, I love the January wood veneer, but I just might have to just do a layout about January because it wouldn't fit on my card. But anyway, so I'm just picking out things that I would like to use on this little card. So I'm going to use this cute little cork arrow. I wanted to put like something in between the dates. I just couldn't find anything. This cute little cool acrylic piece, I figured I'd use that. I'm just thinking, off to the side to my left, I have my punches, and then I have a bunch of scrapped 6x6 paper, so I'm going through it trying to see if I could find something I want to use. And I have this piece of paper that looks like cork, so I thought perfect since I am using a cork arrow. So I punch it out with a scallop circle punch. It's actually, I think it's from American Crafts. It's the pink one, and it's like 1.5 scallop circle, so that's what I use there. Here I'm looking for some glue. You're gonna see me fool quite a bit around with my phone. Unfortunately, my husband texted me quite a bit through this. Anyways, so I found this cute little heart that was in my wood veneers that I have on my desk. I just throw a whole bunch of cute little wood veneers in there so I can use them anytime I want. So now that I know this is how I want my card to be, I'm going to start gluing everything down. Pulling out my Tombow, which is in this container. I'll stop saying that from now on, but that's the glue I use. I really like it. And then plopping that down at the top there. And my little heart, and that will finish up that 3x4 card. Now on to my next one. So I'm deciding how I want to, where I want my photos to go. This one is a picture of my middle son. He'd happened to make this shirt in one of his classes, and it's our kitty had passed away in November, and it's a big paw print, and then it says "for mango" on there, and I was just, oh, my heart melted. So that's what I'm writing here, just saying how it was so sweet that he did that for Mango, because he was very close with our kitty, so I thought that was perfect. Sorry. Kept getting text, so I kind of sped up here a bit or cut parts out. Husbands, eh? Anyway, so then I'm just slowly finishing up the writing here. So there we go. I skipped ahead because, like I said, my husband texted me again. So I'm just going through, seeing if there's anything I want to add, and there really isn't. I tried a couple pieces. They just don't seem to go on there, so I'm just going to move on to my next card. So my next 3x4 card is, I know it's really hard to see from there what I'm holding in my hand, but anyways, my husband the night before had hockey, and he took a puck to the head, and thank goodness he was wearing a visor. That's what I'm holding in my hand right now, is a visor that goes on his helmet. Thank goodness he was wearing that, because that took the brunt of the the hockey puck hit in his face and it busted. So it was like, oh my goodness. So my husband was startled, but he was okay. He was good to go. And on the plus side, we own our own sporting goods store, so yeah, it didn't cost us anything to get a new visor. Anyways, on to, I'm trying to decide what stamp I want to use. I pulled out these 3 stamps. 2 are from previous Freckled Fawn kits, and 1 was actually from a Scraptastic kit. I'm also pulling out Your Next Stamp ink. I love their ink. Oh, so good. Anyways, there was this cute little stamp that said ouch, so that's what I'm going to stamp down. And it's the black one, which is just called Black Olive. It is such a nice crisp black, let me tell you. So anyways, as the story I just told you is what I'm going to write down in here. And then I'm going to have troubles with my pens here. So not too long ago, I had reorganized my craft room and I had used these pens and they worked perfectly. They're the Amy Tan ones. So I figured, oh my gosh, they're dried up. Why didn't I use them? But anyways, so I grabbed another pack, and as you can see, I tossed the rest into the container. And then this pen works perfectly fine, which you'll find out more once as the video goes on. But anyways, that is what I'm using here right now. I love these markers. If you have them, use them, because they are amazing. But anyways, I'm just writing what I just told you about what had happened, and yeah. So finishing up with that card, on to my next one. I think this is my last 3x4. And this is a picture of my son heading into school. This week was finals, so he had finals this week. So, of course, when I dropped him off, this mom was going to take a picture of him leaving, because I got to scrapbook that. Well, no, not scrapbook it, but put it in my project life. So right now I'm going through. I thought I wanted to use the stamp that said Details, because it is so cute. I love the font. But as I'm going back through, I'm going to put that ouch away, and then I'm like, you know what? I really like that clock and its finals, so I'm going to use that instead. I'm going to stamp, and then I'm going to actually put in the time where the little hands and the big hand goes to what time actually his final was. So I thought that was pretty clever of me, so I'm just stamping it down at the bottom. I always use the foam just for extra cushioning because it makes the stamp obviously more crisp. So yeah, here is where I'm looking for another pen, and I'm going to write in what I just said. So yeah, this year was the first year that he got to write his finals in the afternoon. Last year he was in the morning, so it was interesting. So I am going through seeing if there's anything else, and I know I want to write the word finals. I love alphas, but stickers, and I hate them at the same time. Ugh. But anyways, I was looking to see. I forgot about the chipboard piece. Sorry. There is one more. I thought of using that yellow one, and it said planning, planning, planning. But then I was like, that doesn't really go with finals. And then it's this one that says getting there. I thought that was perfect. So I am going to use that at the bottom, and I'm going to glue it down there. And then I am going to come in and write in journaling about what's going on. And obviously you guys know what it is because I just told you what the story was. So these wood stickers that I'm using are from, I think they're from My Mind's Eye. They were from way back in the day. Remember when they came out with the metal ones and then the wood veneers? And the metal ones were so heavy, it was unbelievable. But anyways, I still have tons of them left, so I want to use them up. So here's where I fight with the alphas to write finals. These alphas are actually by Fancy Pants. They came on a big 12 by 12 sheet. If you need to know which collection they're from, just leave a comment down below. I don't have a problem telling you what it is because I have taken the time to write them on the back of the stickers. But anyways, so I do use these beautiful navy ones. And then, like I said, as I finish up my finals with my tweezers there. And I did think about using, an exclamation mark with it. I was like, oh, I've had enough trouble just trying to get this period or dot dot. What would it be? Oh my goodness, my mind went blank on top of the I. Oh my goodness. Anyways, I can't believe that. I just completely forgot. So here I'm just writing in, of course, what I just said, and that's going to finish up that card there. Yeah. And on to my 3x4 cards. Oh, do you see the little red mark on my little guy's forehead there? Oh my gosh, poor kid. Anyway, so I'm going to use this acrylic piece that came in the kit. It says oops. And I'm deciding if there's anything else I want to use, and I want to find something green because he's got green in his shirt, and there is green in this whole bunch of stuff that I've used. So I do find this cute circle, so I'm going to use it, and then I want it to write about the story because it is a funny story. I will tell you guys in just a minute. But I couldn't find a label to match, so I'm just going through my stamps that I pulled out and seeing if there's anything I wanted to use because they had like little sayings on them, but they just didn't quite fit the story. So I am going to use this one, this square frame thing, and I'm going to use the oxide ink spice marmalade just because it's on my desk, and I didn't want to go look for an orange is basically what it came down to. It worked out perfectly, so that's what I'm going to do. Anyways, back to the story. Okay, so I get a phone call from Asher's teacher saying that he was coming home with a little red bump on his head. And I was, oh, okay, what had happened? And she goes, it was the craziest thing. Him and his friends at recess were all playing tags. I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden, him and his little buddy ran into each other and they didn't knock each other out, but they hit each other that they went down on the ground. But anyways, he was okay. He was fine. There was no problems, but oh, poor kid. Of course, I want to remember this story so that when, 10 years from now, we can remind him what happened. So yeah, that is the story there. So I'm just trimming off the circle, and then I'm going to glue down that oops, because it just went perfectly with that photo. So yeah, no. Oh, kids, especially at this age, it's unbelievable what all the bruises they get. So yeah, I am going to add a little arrow. This is from the Becky Higgins stickers she had back in the day. I can't remember what they're called. And then I'm going to add my journaling to that, and it's basically what I said to you guys. Maybe a little shorter version of it, but you get the point. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here. And then I will glue it down. I really definitely made a lot of my photos left side heavy, but oh well. It is what it is. So, there we go. That 4x6 card is done. On to my next one. This one is just a picture of the frost on the back, in our backyard, out of our tree. And I wanted to use this details because it had me from the get-go, and I knew I wanted to use it somewhere. So I'm going to take some white cardstock, and then I'm going to take, Night of Navy by Stampin' Up. Oh my goodness, now I'm getting the hiccups. And then, yeah, I'm just going to stamp that down, and then I am going to actually fussy cut that, but don't worry, I'm going to skip ahead because I was off screen anyways, and you couldn't couldn't even really see what I was doing. So I left a little bit in there, but I am going to skip ahead. And there, we are done. I am going to look through my stuff and see if there's anything I want. I do that for quite a while, so I skipped it ahead. So I knew I just wanted to use this washi tape. I'm going to add the details figure that is perfect. Then I'm going to grab the enamel dots and stars here, and I wanted to use the orange, and then I grabbed the yellow. What a goofy goober I am. So there I go. I had the orange there, and I think about it, but no, I'm going to call that one done. I don't need to add anything else to it. On to this card, or picture, sorry, I guess it's not really a card. I had got an Instapot for Christmas, and this was the first time I used it. All my friends got theirs this year too, so everybody was showing pictures and recipes, and I was the last one to get going on this. So I am using label stickers from Bella Boulevard. I actually wrote down what it says. It's Everyday Book Plates is what it's called, and I'm going to use, it just says happy, happy, happy. And then I went and grabbed my label punch. I think it's the EK Success punch there, and I just obviously punched out a little bit of the paper. It is hard to read what it says on that label, but whatever, it's done. So I wrote down what we had made. It was like apple cider pulled pork or something like that, but it's funny, as I'm writing this I forgot what it was. What we had made, and I was like, oh no, am I gonna have to text my husband and ask him, oh my goodness, what was it called? So luckily I was able to remember what it was, so that is what I am doing now, obviously, sorry. Just been one of those days today, so. And then I'm just gonna glue it on just a, wouldn't say on top, but just right above there, so it's not covering up too much on the picture there. I think I do come back in and add the couple of these enamel, a star, and then I think I do a couple dots. Then my very last 4x6 card. Here I'm going to also use the Bella Boulevard sticker label stickers again. It says something like keep calm and smile on, and I thought that was quite fitting because we got more snow. And here's where I go to use that pen that I know is, I just opened the pack and it should work. Oh, I'll see. Well, I talked too soon here. Forgot about that. Add that too there. Here's where I start writing and it doesn't work. And I'm like, that's not right. It should work. I just opened this pack. There is no reason why it shouldn't work. And here's that pen that I had trouble with at the beginning, and now it's working just fine. So I'm thinking I can't have those pens upright. I think I have to lay them down. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm gonna move them so that I don't do that again, so that they'll work just fine next time I do need them. So I'm just going through and seeing if there's anything else I want to add. I want to add this cute little heart, and that's all I add, and I glue it on. And yeah, I'm going to come back in and show you guys a close-up of everything. Yeah, so that was my, week. That week, it was a lot of fun. So don't worry, I will show up what it looks like when it's all together. So if you guys have any questions, as always, leave them down below. Other than that, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!